I was involved in an accident in 2007 from Boksburg to Kempton Park, to Park Station in a taxi. Then the driver who was driving, he just said, my brakes are not working. And I was half asleep by that time. He hit two pedestrians, went back to the street, still were flying. Then I just sat up straight, closed my eyes, then I don't remember the rest. Then I remember being pulled off from the window in the taxi because I was in the middle, being pulled out. And I was stuck. I didn't know what to do because I couldn't recognize what was happening. All I know, my leg was stuck inside the taxi and they were pulling me out. And I didn't know whether it was me being pulled out or it's my leg. But finally I was out from the taxi. Then I remember they took me and I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't feel anything. I just remember this, when I looked up, this white guy was on top of me, making sure that I'm awake. And he said, can you breathe? And I'm like, I can breathe. All I wanted to do is to sleep. Then when I get to Bow, it was Johannesburg Gen. Then when I went in, they told me I have broken ribs, pierced lung, and torn chest. I have to go for an operation for that. But they first handled my ankle because it was broken. Then later in the evening, they'll do the chest. Then they just fixed the ribs in the evening, back to normal. And I remember I was in 4 days ICU. And they kept on saying, oh, well, you'll go for an operation, you'll go. But I never went. I just went once to fix my ribs. But my chest, they said, no, you heal on your own. And in fact, I think everybody forgot that I was even in an accident because facially I didn't look the part, but I knew I'm in pain. So in 4 days' time, they removed me from ICU. I didn't know where I was going. Every day I was being shifted. I was only safe in ICU for 4 days. Then the 5th, they moved me to breast cancer people. Then the 6th day, they moved me to another ward. Every day was shifted. Then I remember the 11th day, my sister came, I begged her. I'm like, I think I'm gonna die. They kept on shifting me and everybody seems not to believe me that I've been in an accident. Let's get out of here. And she was like, are you sure? And I'm like, please, let's get out of here because I'm being shifted. If I ask for a wheelchair, no one gives me a wheelchair. If I ask to go to the toilet, no one attends. And I was like, let me stop. Let me just get out of here. Then we took everything, even my file. We took it and we went off and no one stopped us. No one even cared. Went off. She called a cab. We stayed with my aunt at Soweto. And then for a week in Soweto. Then after a week, I went back at home in Limpopo. They took care of me. Then I became normal after a year. Before that, it was up and down. I didn't go to any clinics because I just told myself it's just a wound. So my sister took care of the wound. So when I got to Limpopo, I met this lawyer. My dad said, you should claim for the money. So I met him. Okay, I gave him the file, assist me. He just took pics. Okay, that's it. He didn't call me. He didn't do anything. And I was like, what is happening? Then I met a friend of mine, it's Lebon Timane. She's an attorney. She's a friend of Salomé. We were friends. We were in church. She asked me, I heard you were in an accident. What happened to you? Did you go to the lawyer? And I said, actually, it's been a year. I've contacted some lawyer. He hasn't given me any feedback. Then she was like, try Salomé. You'll never go wrong. Immediately when she told me that on that Monday, I took that file and everything. And I came to Salomé, and I remember I approached Paulina. Paulina was there. She had this warm smile, and I was like, I think I'm home. This is it. And Paulina was like, can I help you? And I'm like, I just have my file, everything. But I had a lawyer. He's not doing anything. Can you assist me? Paulina was great, was amazing. And she was like, we'll help you. Then she called Salomé. Somehow when I was with Salomé and Paulina, I felt at home. I didn't feel like I'm black with Salomé. I didn't feel like I'm black with Paulina. I just felt like a human being. I'm with I just felt safe when I was here, that everything would be okay. Then they took care of my file, and she kept on giving me feedback letters, and I'm like, this is good. There's feedback, there's everything. And she will call me, come for this, come for that, do this, do that. And I was like, years passed, and you start to lose faith. Is this thing's real? And people start asking questions. Are you sure your lawyer is doing the right thing? In my heart, I knew Paulina is the best in Salome. But everybody doubted. Every time I come here, they were like, are you sure? It's been years. And I'm like, I don't know, but I have this good feeling with Salome and Paulina. I feel fine when I'm with them. Then years passed by. I lost my job. While I lost my job, I was working here in Joburg. So I lost it, and I told Paulina, I'm not working anymore. She's like, what happened? My boss was reluctant. Every time Salome gave me appointments, dates, you give excuses, don't go, we have to work and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is important, I have to go. So we got into a fight, and he's like, you're taking too many days. So I lost my job. So I went back to Limpopo. It was quite difficult to come and attend now because I was far back in Limpopo. Then Paulina was like, no, transport and accommodation will cover you. Just come every time we call you. Then I was like, okay, it's fine. Since I'm not working, I'm still at home, it will be easy for me to attend. So they paid for everything, accommodation and transportation, to come and attend. And then when years went by, then last day, Paulina called me that finally we're done. And I'm like, say what? She was like, come, we're done. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, can you tell me how much? What am I looking at? She has now spoiled the surprise, just come. When I finally got the money, I just broke down in tears, and I couldn't waste it. I just thought of the people who died, and I thought of how privileged I am to be where I am today. What stood up for me, especially for Salome, is the fact I felt like she's more like a sister than the professional part. I didn't feel like she's white. I felt like she's a sister. She really cares. Hence, I said I felt like I'm home. So professionalism, when I'm with them, they would tell you exactly what is happening. This is the step, the next step, the following step. And that I loved. It makes sense to me, as much as I didn't know much about law, but the explanation was the greatest. And that friendship or feeling, if I didn't see Paulina or Salome, I would get angry. I felt like I'm missing out the whole point, because whenever I came here, I wanted to see the both of them. I could miss everyone, but not Salome and Paulina.